everybody. So I am back today with a new video. I had an idea. Now, you know how you're just kind of wanting to be lazy at home, you want to watch something, you got that little Netflix account. Now, I have a lot of people ask me, and then, I see a lot of people, relatives and stuff, asking other people, and on Facebook and all that, what is movies and series that you recommend on Netflix? Now, when my husband was working nights, and even just when he's home and we're together, we enjoy watching series, I will call them, and movies, because they're quite a difference for us. We watch movies if we have a lot of spare time, we're not in a rush. And then series, when we're tired or just winding down after a long day or something of that sort. So I have two categories, series and movies, that I want to share with you guys and recommend what me and my husband like, more so me because it's my video. So first, a little bit of details about what kind of shows we like, I like, so you can feel if you can relate or not. Because a lot of people think, I'm not gonna like something a woman likes. But I'm not like typical women in that sense. I'm not overly girly. My favorite film is not Legally Blonde. I don't watch Friends, not any of those things. I actually really enjoy action movies. I love like End of the World, zombies, stuff like that. I like survival movies, and you'll definitely see that in my recommendations. They're not girly by any means. I actually have a list here and none of them are girly. Maybe one girly movie and it's not even girly. So I will tell you what I think, and if you have any recommendations for me based on what you think I would like or things that you like. Now, I kept it strictly Netflix. I watch other things, there's Prime movies, DVDs, DVD rentals, all that things. You can get different movies from different places, but this is strictly Netflix, so I'm not going to tell you that something's there if it's not there, because I freaking checked. Okay, now I have my little book here, and my first recommendations for series is Bates Motel. Now, I know it's been around a long time. I think there was a hype around it for a while. It was very popular, but we loved Bates Motel. I believe it's based off a book about a boy who becomes a serial killer, and we love it. It is so good. I think there's a couple seasons, maybe 3. I don't know if I'm right or not. Don't quote me on that, but highly recommend that one. Next thing, also really, really hypey. I have a few hypey ones, but some that aren't. Stranger Things. Stranger Things was really good. I watched that more so myself than my husband. I think it was when he was working, and I really enjoyed it. I love monsters, gore, superpowers, animals, like all that. Yeah. And next, Sons of Anarchy. We really like Sons of Anarchy. Me and my husband watched it from start to finish, and actually are considering going over and watching this series again because it was so good. We loved it. The Sons of Anarchy, I'm sure you've heard of it or may not know what the show is about, or you may not have heard about it. It's about a biker gang, a very big biker gang, I think in Los Angeles. I could be wrong. LA, California. I'm not sure where they are. But the show is so good. Honestly, it's just gripping, and you're shocked and interested, and there's some horrible, horrible parts that almost made me want to stop watching it. But we did it. We got through the whole series, and we may watch it again. Next. Now, these are, my next 3 are not so well known. I think they're really freaking awesome, but I don't know if they're that well known, and a lot of people know about them. Salem, S-A-L-E-M. It's about the Salem witch trials and the perspective of being a witch. Oh, it was so good. It's very, what is it? What's that one with the witches? Coven and, I can't remember what it is. I didn't put it on this list either because everybody knows what it is. American Horror Story. It's kind of like American Horror Story, but it's not as we're trying to keep it going series kind of thing. Like, Salem is brilliant. It's scary. It's interesting. Even my husband liked it, and there are some like beautiful women in there that are like super scary, like make you scared of them. Highly recommend. Next, Hannibal. Hannibal was so good. I watched it. My husband wouldn't watch it. He thought it was cheesy. Hannibal is about, it kind of starts off like CSI. There's a guy who has like this, I guess the way they describe it is like a disability, I guess. It's sort of like, he has this condition in his brain where he sees things differently, but he uses it to be a cop or a cop liaison or whatever you want to call it, and he's solving crimes. And he's been doing this for a long time, and eventually he stumbles onto a case that interests him, and turns out it's a serial killer. So he is investigating a serial killer, murder after murder after murder, and each episode is kind of, ends when the murder ends kind of thing. But then it gets so much better than that. In the end, oh my god, it's so good. And they're really long too, so this is a series I recommend if you want to binge. If you need like 30 plus episodes, Hannibal is lovely. Now, my last series recommendation was also kind of hypey, but not. Like, there's a certain category of people who would know about it, and then a certain category of people who wouldn't know anything about it. Sense8. Sense8 was so good. It's about 8 people, I believe, that have a connection in their brain, and they can talk to each other and use each other's experiences to make each other's lives better and things like that. But it's very, well, how would I explain it? It's very LGBTQ in favor of, it's very open-minded. These people aren't judgmental. There's sex scenes, there's there's gays, there's acceptance, there's biracial, all these things that make it such a great show. If you're somebody who's closed-minded and judgmental and have a thing about guys kissing, like, this is not going to be the series for you. But if you're somebody who, can accept those things and want an interesting show that's gripping and exciting and, makes you want to wonder what's going to happen next, then Sense8 would be good for you. But go into it with an open mind. It's kind of confusing in the beginning, but it gets better. Movies. Time for movies. Okay. Don't think I had as many movies as series, because I think us as a family prefer series just because we can binge them and watch them more. But movies, I guess they're watched less often, but we do have some. I have some. There's a scary one is the first one. Before I Wake, it's called. That one was really good. I won't go too in depth about that one. It's just a scary movie, not appropriate for children. Before I Wake, watch the preview on Netflix. That can be your preview. Okay, Bright is the next one. That one was hyped up for a little while. That had Will Smith in it. That is another movie that is based around cultural acceptance, different acceptances, different races and things like that. It's a really good movie, full of action and cool things and elves. Recommend. Will Smith did good. Next, Mad Max. Now, I'm not sure if there's more than one Mad Max on Netflix, but the one that I'm talking about is the newer one. I think I didn't write down which one it was, so I'm not going to say it. But Mad Max, new one, really good. End of the world shit. I love that. Next, Hanna. Hanna. It's about a 16-year-old assassin. Does that not sound cool? Kick-ass things, flips, bullets, death, really cool. Next, my last one. This is my last one. Now, this is a movie that me and my husband watched together, and we were really surprised We were so surprised how good this was. This is The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. So good. I don't know why it wasn't hyped up more. There's a man, he has his daughter, Jackie Chan, he has a daughter, and she is going to buy a dress for prom. She, you know, her life is exciting, moving along, and she's murdered. And it's very like John Wick, where freaking Jackie Chan gets a bug up his ass for whoever killed his daughter, and he is, you know, everybody's dead. So that one is really, really good. Highly recommend. You will be very surprised by the end of it why you didn't watch it sooner. So this is it for my recommendations. I will update this. I will write things down as I see them, and they're really good. I know Netflix is always updating and always changing anyway, so I will recommend things as needed, new videos. I would also like to recommend movies that aren't on Netflix, but I'm not sure how I would do that because people get a hold of them different ways. I also have a lot of different series that are so good. Oh my god. If you get a chance to watch The Strain is probably me and my husband's favorite series of all time. Modern day vampires, I highly recommend. It's not like the fucking Vampire Diaries or any of that bullshit. No, this is unlike anything we've ever seen. Fucking ripping heads off kind of vampires. Yeah, really, really cool. But I don't know where they stream it from. If you would like get a box set off Amazon or Hulu or what. But if you find it, do it. So that's it for me for now. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Bye.